Matter of fact, before they stopped it, I said every time I stopped somebody, I called it out. Didn't I?
Every time he come in the corner and talk to him, and I said, "Yo, what you doing?"
Say about the charges against you.
Gervonta, you was charged.
You got nothing to say, guys. Come with me. I'm your boss.
Did you punch that woman in the face?
You got nothing to say.
What happens when loyalty crumbles and old friends turn into enemies? This isn't just another boxing feud. Gervonta "Tank" Davis, fresh out of court after a federal raid, is making headlines again, this time for throwing a punch. But the shocking part? The person on the receiving end was none other than his longtime trainer and mentor, Calvin Ford, the man who stood by him for years. Outside the courthouse, things escalated fast, and Tank let his fists do the talking. You won't believe how it all went down. Today, we're diving into one of the most explosive stories in boxing. The knockout king himself is back in the spotlight, and this time, it's not for what he did in the ring. Just days after authorities raided his home and uncovered illegal items, Tank's world is spiraling, and in a twist no one saw coming, he found himself in a heated brawl with his own coach.
You're right. I mean, I'm like a father figure to a lot of my guys because one thing I did accept to care about the fighters.
So how did things go south so fast? What exactly did the feds find in Tank's house? And why did he turn on the very man who helped shape him into a champion? Strap in, because we're breaking down this chaotic story that's shaking up everything we thought we knew about Gervonta Davis.
The charger, man.
Okay. Get anything on you?
Stay with him. I'm at my house.
Okay. I don't know. I'm asking you. Gotta ask you. Who was in the car?
This is my car. She took my car.
Who's she to you?
We'll just be right here.
My child mother.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. In the car seat.
Does she have any weapons?
No.
All right. Just put down your phone for now, sir. What's your name?
Gervonta.
Gervonta. What?
Let's go back to the moment that set this whole roller coaster in motion, the federal raid. Armed with a warrant, law enforcement stormed Tank's house and reportedly uncovered more than just a few secrets. We're talking illegal drugs and firearms, not just any guns, but allegedly unregistered ones. This wasn't some routine search. It was a calculated move by the feds, part of a bigger investigation into Tank's personal life and the people around him.
You gotta make sure you say it right. Watch.
Tank has always been known for his tough, no-nonsense attitude, and we've seen him shake off scandals before. But this was different. The raid triggered a chain reaction that put his entire life and career on the line. For most fighters, this kind of trouble could be career-ending. But for Tank, it wasn't just about the legal battles. This time, he felt something deeper. Betrayal. Betrayal from the very people he once trusted and looked up to.
Calvin Ford, what does he mean to you when you hear that name? What does he mean when you first hear that?
A father. Father. And then he's one of the guys that held a lot of this, like this whole family together. Him with Kenny, but for sure, like them two, they held the whole camp together, for sure.
Wouldn't be here without him? Would you say that? Without Calvin?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be there without him. Just off of the fact of when I was coming to the gym, I was getting that love that I ain't have at home type stuff. So it was always like, Calvin, saying I walked through the gym, Calvin, like looking for him type stuff.
He told me he used to come to the gym and you'd be outside, sleep in front of the gym, in front of the door.
Yeah, I used to run from I go to school, and then from school, I go straight to the gym, don't tell my grandma or nothing.
With everything spiraling, Tank's mental state was already on edge. So when he arrived at court to face charges from the federal raid, emotions were running high. Imagine walking in, not just as a champion, but as a defendant, carrying the weight of serious accusations, potential consequences, and a deep sense of betrayal. But Tank wasn't alone. Right beside him was Calvin Ford, the man who shaped him, guided him, and taught him how to be a warrior both in and out of the ring. The world had always seen them as a duo. Ford was more than just a coach. He was a father figure, the man who molded Tank into the beast he became. But on this day, everything changed.
Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 feet in and 1 feet out. You gotta be, like, all the way in.
Witnesses outside the courtroom say things got heated, real heated. Tank was reportedly shouting, cursing, and pacing like a lion ready to strike. Calvin Ford tried to calm him down, but Tank wasn't listening. Then, in a split second, Tank's fist landed right on Calvin's face.
Fighters come to that corner, you got to have some type of answer for them. You have to have some type of answer for them. So make sure you got the right people that you trust to give you the answer.
And this wasn't just a heated shove or a slap. Tank unleashed the same vicious left hook that put Frank Martin to sleep.
Oh, let's have to down goes Martin! Mamma mia! 6, 7. It's 8, like Tank Davis scripts this stuff. Okay, where's Tank? Got the Tank. Got the Tank.
What could make Tank punch his own trainer? Those close to the situation say it wasn't just one thing. It was a storm of emotions, years of loyalty unraveling in an instant. Tank already felt betrayed, first by Floyd, and now by Calvin. Word is, he found out that Ford had been in talks with Mayweather Promotions again, and for Tank, that was the final straw. Another act of disloyalty he just couldn't ignore.
The thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we see what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is going to reveal itself, you know. But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said, they say the true colors of a person is coming out, man. They can't stand it, you know. Calm is I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows. He knows.
For Tank, it must have felt like Calvin was picking Floyd's side, going behind his back at a time when he needed support the most. And for a guy like Tank, loyalty isn't just important, it's everything. So seeing Calvin, the man he saw as a father figure, possibly playing both sides? That was the ultimate betrayal. Rumors had already been swirling about Floyd constantly trying to control Tank's career, and Calvin wasn't exactly on board with that. He wanted to be the one guiding Tank, while Floyd kept pushing to call the shots like he was still the one in the ring. Tank grew frustrated with Floyd's interference, especially as it became clear that Floyd wanted more and more control. Calvin, on the other hand, tried to keep the peace, staying neutral, balancing both relationships. But in the end, playing the middle ground only made things worse, and it all came crashing down.
So we talk about Tank in the business now. There's talk that he could be leaving Mayweather Promotions. He said he was to Brian Custer that, you know, this is his last fight.
Everybody missing, he's leaving. It's business.
Right, for sure.
If it's good business, we're going to do what? Business.
For sure.
We're not leaving each other. It's just not on contract.
Okay. So you're still going to do business with Mayweather?
Got to.
Right.
You have to do business. They brothers.
Right.
They brothers. And you got to remember, they the best in boxing. You got Al and Floyd. Come on.
But it's just good. How exciting for you for him to have that flexibility?
It's good because Canelo do it. Garcia did it. It's been done.
Right.
It's been done. You know what I'm saying?
The fallout from that punch is already making waves, and opinions are split. Some say Tank crossed a line. No matter how heated things got, hitting your own mentor is something you can't take back. Others argue that Tank was pushed to his breaking point. He's always been a fighter who lives by his own rules, and when he feels betrayed, he doesn't just brush it off, he reacts.
Trust the people that he put his son around. Did that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
He trusts the people and he don't have malices of actually trying to move them or separate them from each other.
Calvin Ford definitely took the worst of it, and no matter who's right or wrong, one thing is clear. This incident has permanently changed Tank's relationship with his longtime trainer. Now, Tank is moving forward with a new coach, someone known for bringing out the best in elite fighters, Derek James. James isn't just any trainer. He's built champions like Errol Spence Jr. and Jermall Charlo, proving he knows how to mold fighters into world-class threats. By teaming up with James, Tank is sending a loud message. He's leveling up and leaving Ford, along with any past loyalty, behind. But here's where things get even crazier. Derrick James has history with Tank. He trained Frank Martin, Tank's most recent opponent. That means James has already studied Tank style, looking for ways to beat him. Now, instead of game planning against Tank, he's the one preparing him for his next fight against Lamont Roach.
Y'all got to watch these guys,
Right,
man.
he's a good fighter, yeah.
He was a Golden Glove champ from Indianapolis, right?
That's right. National Golden Glove champ, yeah.
Yeah, man, and he's got some skills, dog. Like I was like, that's a good one to add to the squad. If you're gonna add one.
How old is he?
I think he's like 26.
Okay.
So he's still young.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah.
Still, and listen, this thing about it, he's still getting better. He's still, because this is our third fight together. So
Okay.
you got to understand that, like, once he gets everything I'm telling him, the growth process, he's going to be amazing. And listen, he may be fighting for a world championship pretty soon. So
I was gonna say, I wouldn't mind watching him and Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, the same way, yeah.
Yeah, like
they sparred before the same way, same way.
Oh, they have sparred before?
They sparred before, yeah.
How'd that go?
I don't know how I went.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
What you think about Gervonta Davis?
I like him. I like him as an individual, man. I like him. I know him, and I like him. I think it'll be a good fight. I think that Frank matches up pretty well.
Yeah.
But most of the guys that Gervonta, I think, would be probably the toughest.
But here's the craziest part. Calvin knows Tank inside and out. They've spent years training together, building strategies, sharpening strengths, and covering weaknesses. If there's anyone who holds the blueprint to beating Tank, it's Calvin. Now, with him aligning with Mayweather Promotions, he has the chance to use that knowledge against Tank. Imagine him passing those insights to Floyd's fighters or even mentoring a new prodigy set to challenge Tank in the future. This could be a massive advantage for Floyd's team, and Tank knows it. This isn't just a professional split, it's a strategic hit that could come back to haunt him when he steps into the ring.
First one in the gym, the last one out the gym. Tank used to sit on the ring like this and watch me train him.
How old is he at this point?
He was like 7, 8.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that I was giving my son was giving it to Tank. So it was a perfect fit. Tank was like the family, you know what I'm saying? And he used to sit at the table because I had another kid named Ramon Manning. He liked to play with them guns, you know what I'm saying? And when I lost him, I was hurt because that was my first time losing a fighter that you put so much into. Remember, I said, Tank, my money running out. And he just looked at me and said, believe in me, coach. Believe. That's what did it.
When he said that,
it's still.
Damn.
I don't hear Tank as Tank as the day. I hear Tank as that little boy. Believe in me, coach. And he came in the gym one day and he said, Coach, I seen it. I said, what you seen? I had all the belts on me. He said, I'm gonna be that dude. Master says,
damn, I got goosebumps low key. That's kind of crazy.
And if you thought the drama ended there, think again. Tank has been hinting for a while now that he feels watched, almost stalked, by his former promoter, none other than Floyd "Money" Mayweather. Yeah, the same Floyd who once mentored him, guided his career, and helped shape him into a star is now the man Tank believes has turned against him. What started as a mentor-protege relationship has twisted into something much darker, a battle for control, influence, and maybe even revenge. Word on the street is that Floyd might have played a bigger role in Tank's troubles than anyone first thought. Tank has claimed that Floyd had people watching him, tracking his runs, gathering inside info on his moves, and even passing messages to his former opponent, Frank Martin. It sounds like something straight out of a boxing movie gone wrong. But the big question is, why? Why would Floyd, the same man who once called Tank the future of boxing, go this far? Is it jealousy? A twisted form of revenge? Or is there something even deeper behind the scenes?
He the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people's drop out while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situation.
Rumors are swirling that Floyd isn't too happy about Tank's skyrocketing fame, especially with his new massive deal, which reportedly outshines some of Floyd's own past contracts. And for someone like Floyd, who's always been the top dog in boxing, watching Tank reach new heights might be a tough pill to swallow. Maybe, just maybe, Tank's success is hitting a little too close to home.
set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come up.
And you already know, after that blow up with Ford, Floyd is going to do everything in his power to make Tank look as bad as possible. This isn't just about a broken partnership anymore. It's a full-blown power struggle, and Floyd isn't the type to sit back and let someone outshine him without a fight.
My thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And, but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly go. That's all I ever did.
And let's not forget Leonard Ellerbe, the longtime face of Mayweather Promotions. He was always in Tank's corner, handling negotiations, hyping up his fights, and making sure everything ran smoothly. That is, until he wasn't.
Roger never got trainer of the year when Floyd was fighter of the year. Yeah. His dad never got trainer of the year. So, you know, I've been openly expressing that. And I think it's time that Calvin gets his just due.
But even Leonard couldn't keep this mess from spiraling. He tried to play peacemaker between Tank and Floyd, but once things went sideways, he took a step back. It was clear, this situation was bigger than him, and there was no fixing it.
I just see Gervonta dominating. Honestly, I just feel like he's just a better fighter all the way around. I know Lamont Roach is a better fighter from back then, but I just can't.
However, Ellerbe still got caught in the crossfire, and it cost him big time. Floyd fired him as CEO of Mayweather Promotions, and if you're wondering why, well, let's just say Floyd wasn't too happy about him showing up at press conferences with Tank. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. And of course, drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next one.